You got to stupid your whole life.
All right, let me turn off. That was the Splash Cast 36 pack, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 74 of the Splash Cast, the ATL and Around the League edition, all in one. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I am your co-host, Norwood, the pod god. Always remember, before we start this party off correctly, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, follow the podcast, follow the playlist, follow us. Let's do it, my friend.
Let's do it, my friend. Let's do it. So, as y'all know, my work email. As y'all know, it is baseball time. It is the most wonderful time of the year in sports. It is football is in the full swing of things. We're starting to get all our rivalry games in college football. Black college football is ramping up. You all right? Black college football is ramping up. Basketball regular season about to start, and it's playoff important baseball. So right now we're gonna start with the Braves, and when it comes to important baseball, the Braves are always there. We are always in the playoffs, and now we have to face a familiar foe. The familiar foe is the Phillies.
To Bryce Harper's.
Is Bryce Harper with the Phillies? He is with the Phillies. He left the Nationals to go to the Phillies. But before we get there, we have smoke. We said last week we weren't going to say nothing when the Braves swept the Mets. We weren't going to say nothing. We said we got to win the division first, right? So we won the division. Division champs. Braves won the division. And then we both saved the post from Mets beat writer, voice of the New York Mets, Sal Licata.
Face of the New York Mets.
I am going to let y'all listen to what Sal said back on July 14th, 2027.
So, Sal, is the NL East still over?
Hi, I'm Sal Licata. That was a fun series,
Look at
wasn't
that
it?
face.
Think about it. The Braves had all the momentum coming into the series, hitting homers left and right, basically not losing for a month. The Mets were without two All-Stars and rolled out lineups that were borderline embarrassing in those 3 games. And the Mets took it to them. That should put an end to all this Sal, you jinx the Mets nonsense. There's no such thing as jinxes. End of story. And if you didn't understand why I said the NL East was over before, you should now. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a chance to join me. It's not too late. Tweet your support that the NL East is over using the hashtag I'm with
double
Sal.
down.
I expect.
So we're not going to let everybody else talk and make a fool of themselves. Sal.
Wait, so do you think he hurt his back when he put his foot in his mouth?
Had to.
I mean, because you got to think.
Probably knocked out some teeth. And everything.
Trying to get your foot all the way into your mouth like he did has to hurt unless you stretch regularly. This is great. I've been looking forward to this since we found it. There's not very many clips that get better than someone fully jinxing their team then turning into the pumpkin that they are. Woo, there it is, baby. The proof and the pudding. 175 days in first place. 8 days in first place. One of these teams is already out of the playoffs. And I bet you can't guess which one it is. But you can, because we told you.
The Mets are the first team in history to win 100 games and not make the divisional series. First team in the 150 years that baseball has been around. First team. Now, I will say, it's unfortunate for the Mets that you were in the division with the Braves. That's like going 15-2 in football, and the person ahead of you goes 16-1. Like, it's just like, dang. But to be in first place for 175 days and to just totally blow it, and we knew it. We said it last week when I said, well, we swept them. I said, it was over. I said, it's over. There's nothing they can do. The Mets are not They don't have the mental capacity to be able to. I mean, that's a hard storm to weather. You have 10.5 games. You led the entire season, and then it comes down to a series, and you get swept. It's unfortunate.
So first of all, you remember Spencer Strider called this a long time ago.
Strider.
He said, yeah. I mean, they're a good enough baseball team, but they're getting lucky. Well, guess who was getting lucky? The Mets.
That was his first.
Who got
loss
lucky and got
when he lost to the Mets?
Who got lucky and got paid today? Spencer Strider. It's funny how life works out. Right on time. May not come when you want it, but it'll be there right on time. Please notice the mustache at the top. We respect the stash here.
6 years, $75 million. Same as he got the same deal that Mike Harris got. I think.
Yeah, I like that they're paying all of. Where did we get this money from, and when did we start using it?
So the Braves have always been historically a cheap franchise. We normally don't pay our players. That's why people leave. We pay one or two players. I think we pay like Chipper and Andrew, and then we pay the pitchers. Now some folks south of 20 in Atlanta say they pay a certain demographic. Some folks, we ain't gonna bring that up. But the Braves, you can't argue it either if you think about it. But the Braves, Alex Anthopoulos has come in. And basically, he has pitched to all the players, and we don't have inside information from Alex Anthopoulos. But if you read the tea leaves, this is what I got from it. Alex Anthopoulos is paying all of these players to play through their prime or play into their prime with the Braves, right? Spencer Strider is, I think, 22. So by the time 2028 rolls around, he'll be 29. And I'm sure they'll have a whole new collective bargaining agreement. I'm sure they'll have an entire new TV deal.
Old.
Yeah, he'll be 29 years old. So being 29 years old, he'll be in his prime. Ronald Acuna will be in his prime. Ozzie Albies will be in his prime. Austin Riley will be in his prime. Matt Olson will still be in his prime. He might be a little older. And then you have Dansby Swanson, who we got to pay. Dansby Swanson will be in his prime. You still have Grissom. That he's probably going to play another year. But I mean, you have everybody's pretty much under. Yeah, William Contreras that you probably gonna have to pay. Everybody's under contract though. All of our young players are under contract to have a historic run. He set us up. The money's there. That's one thing that Braves fans have always complained about. We'll never go spend no money. The Yankees always go get Giancarlo Stanton, and they go get Roger Clemens, and they go get Reggie Jackson, and the Dodgers are the Yankees of the West. They always go get somebody, Mookie Betts, and blah 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 blah. Well, Braves fans, we spending money now. We spending.
Okay, so I want to tell you a few great things. Number one, we spending money, but we not breaking the bank. We just spending a little. We kind of like the Hawks. We spend a little bit of money. We spending some money so that we ain't the Orioles of it, but we still not. You haven't seen a $300 or $400 million contract. We're not giving those out. But I also think that this is great because he was drafted by the Cleveland Indians. Shout out to the the Guardians. He also started his career with the Augusta Green Jackets, home team. So I'm fucking with this the long way.
Yeah, got to. That's like Candace always, whoever started with the Durham Bulls is who she go for.
Oh, yeah. That's how I got in with Pablo Sandoval and Madison Bumgarner.
So, we said before, let me go to the media real quick. We said before that the Mets won one game. They actually finished 159. Right? They actually finished 159. No, they lost two games. They finished 161. And the Braves ended up, because we beat them, we had the tiebreaker, we ended up 101 and 61. So we are now that's why I lost my train of thought. That's what I was saying. Because the Mets are in the division with the Braves. If you go to this division, the NL East is probably the second strongest division, maybe the strongest division.
We got
probably
three. Yeah, I would say so.
The NL East is the strongest division in baseball. So if you look at, and the reason I said it's unfortunate for the Mets, because if you go to just about anywhere else, go to the Central, they're division champs. Go here, they knock the Padres out. The Padres not there. But because you're here, it's unfortunate. But you can only play who you're supposed to play.
Sorry to this man.
You got to beat the Padres, and they did not beat the Padres. So now it sets up a big division game with the Phillies. I think we won the series against the Phillies, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So it is going to be, here you go, with the Phillies. So first game is tomorrow, October 11th at 1:07 p.m. on a Tuesday. That is cruel and unusual.
I will not be watching that game.
I will be
working.
I'll be at work. That is cruel and unusual. And then Wednesday at 4:35, they play. We're starting out with Max Fried and Kyle Wright. Of course, we're going against Suarez, Wheeler, and Noya. If you notice, we have not decided who our pitchers are going forward. The reason is Max Strider. I'm sorry, Max. Spencer Strider has been out for what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks now. He's been out since September. He's on the 4-week NL. DL. So I'm just stuttering all over my words. So I'm watching.
Well, we'll be fine. I feel confident. I'm ready. I'm ready to play. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I think that we can get there. We're a team that's built for the postseason. I think that these guys should be able to go out and play baseball. They don't need to worry about really anything else. They all been signed on contracts. So, we know what our team looks like, and now it's just go out and do the job. And I think that we're more than capable of doing the job.
Definitely more.
And also, Mets, send us DeGrom. Go ahead and let him opt out. Let us get him, and then really just ruin your time. That's what I'm really here for.
If they let DeGrom go, you would have to assume that they're gonna blow that. Well, I mean, you can't blow the team up. They spent $264 million.
Yep, you can't blow it up for one guy. No, that means you had too much. You had too much on his plate if one guy ruins your baseball team, one pitcher. But send him to Atlanta, man.
He ain't coming to. He said if there's another team he'll play for, it would be the Braves.
Yeah, don't tell us where he ain't going to. He said. How about that, Reggie?
Yeah. So the Braves, man, I got us beating the Phillies 4-2. I think the first two games, I think we're gonna go 2-0. This is just my prediction. I don't, take it as a grain of salt. I think we go 2-0. I think the Phillies win game 3. I think we win game 4, and then we come home and win game 5. Well, I'm sorry, they win game 5. We come home and win game 6.
Okay, I was about to say you said we dropped 2. I'm cool with that, man. I'm not into the deepest of prediction. I just want my team to go out and play the baseball that they're capable of playing.
Yeah, man. And if the Dodgers can get out of here and lose against the Padres, it's shaping up to be a nice run for us. But got to take care of business with the Phillies. The Phillies, man, are a strong team, man.
Yep. Do not overlook them. Take care of what you got in front of you. Then you move to the next step. Don't play with the juju. Respect these teams, beat these teams, and get the hell on. Show me the baby.
Get the hell on. With that